Hello again, everyone. Welcome to an episode of Game Pass Grab Bag, your weekly podcast reviewing games for the Game Pass collection. Bring you 3 new perspectives varying skill range. I am the loaded dice of this episode, Andrew. With me are Snake Eyes, Keith.
Hello.
And with us, our new rando.
Hi.
Joining us, my friend Amanda. Welcome. Amanda, this is your first time here, so give people quick history about yourself. Who are you? What's some of your favorite games?
Let's see. I'm a Nintendo girly.
You're on the wrong podcast.
Well, stop. You got me into the Xbox, not going to lie. I did play Xbox previously, then got out of it. And then, of course, me and Andrew have been friends, and I've been playing it. But I'm also one of those cozy type girls. I like Stardew Valley, like any farming games, Harvest Moon. Like,
so you're very similar to Liz.
Yep. I like chilling.
Well, this week you picked the game because this was your first time. You're like, I want to be on. I was like, well, pick a game. So you picked Lost in Random by Zoink Studios. Lost in Random is the third-person action game where you are playing a little girl named Even, and your sister gets kidnapped by the evil queen. And so you team up with the dice to try to fight the queen and get your sister back. But, yeah, so Gamer Pass here. Amanda, why did you pick Lost in Random?
I picked it because, don't know, just reading the description, and then also like...
Just picked it random?
Yeah, random. Who would have thought? No, like, I liked the art of it, really. When I looked at it, it kind of reminded me of like Coraline / like Nightmare Before Christmas vibes. And I'm a Disney girl, so it kind of like went with it. So I was like, I think I'll like this, and jumped into it.
So is it a Gamer Pass for you?
Can you have like mixed in between about it? Like, I want to shaking his head.
I've never had an in-between opinion on a game.
Well, okay, so like I like it. I will continue to play it. So I guess it's a game, but like I kind of like want to pass to at the same time because it almost felt like repetitive.
Yeah. Like
you're rolling the dice and doing the board games and then fighting the things or collecting stuff for people, and I'm just like, okay.
I'm kind of with you there too. I will give this a game because it's very unique. Like, that's the one thing I like about this. You know, its art style is very unique. And it's, like you said, it's very Tim Burton kind of Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a third-person action game, but it's also kind of a card deck building game as well, which was a really unique, interesting gameplay of it. The combat, though, just got a little bit repetitive, and there's some battles where I'm literally just like, oh, okay, can this be done? And it's like, nope, more enemies are spawning, and I'm like, okay. But I like the story. I loved the environment of it. So overall, I'm giving it a game as well. I'm surprised I've never heard anyone talk about this game like this.
I've never heard anything.
Yeah,
about
when
this
you said Lost in Random, I was like, I don't know what this game is.
No, I literally was just scrolling through the Game Pass, and I was like, this looks cool.
What about you, Keith?
Give me 1 second. I should have looked this up right. I just thought of this. One thought that I have. I was trying to look. It's like around 2022.
What,
maybe
when the game came out?
up on Game. Yeah, when it came up. Well, when it came on Game Pass, because I was trying to figure out
the game came out 2021.
Okay, but yeah, I see. I don't know.
And it's EA original. So I think it's when EA and Game Pass merged, which I think it was in 2022.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say there's a Reddit post on Game Pass about Lost in Random in April 2022. So I picked this up and started playing it probably right around May of 2022. Oh. And I think I played, and because I probably like you, Amanda, I looked at it and this is kind of like a cool little art style. Seems like a game I don't know, maybe we're between games, or I didn't like what Andrew had picked for us that week, so I was just looking for something else to play. But then I never picked it up again. I think I played maybe 45 minutes, kind of got an idea of the game, and then just never picked it up again.
That sounds like a pass.
No, I did. But the thing is, I don't know why I put it down. I don't know if it just didn't hook me, whatever the case may be. But then I just picked it up where I had started, and I I don't know. I don't know why I put it down. It's a lot of fun. I think, and the biggest thing is what Andrew was saying, is that there's a uniqueness to the overall mechanics of the gameplay, the me not being on camera.
I was waiting for you to finish, and I was going to say, I was like, yeah, picture camera.
The overall card building, as you know, mechanics to it, while being still an action fighter game. I kind of almost felt in a way that the way that these fights dragged on is they wanted it to feel a little bit Souls-like in its fighting style. Maybe I'm completely off base on that. Either way, it felt like they were just trying to make it more difficult than it needed to be, and that's why they were so long. So I'm with you that I could have done with some shorter fight sequences, but I did overall enjoy it, and I'll probably continue playing it, at least, maybe pick it up here and there if I got some downtime.
But real quick, I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to our wonderful sponsor, Magic Mind, for sponsoring this episode. Go to magicmind.com/GameP and use our promo code GameP20 to get a discount. So thank you, Magic Mind. But so let's get into the story of Lost in Random. I forgot its name for a second there. So with Lost in Random, as I said, you're in this magical world called Random. The world itself is called Random. And it used to be run by people known as dice wielders. They were a fighting force that teamed up with an actual living dice that they would throw around and kind of determine everything within their life. But then this evil queen kind of came in and wiped out all the dice. And now she's the only one holding a dice. And whenever a child turns 12, the child rolls the dice. And whatever they roll determines where they get to live. So it's a hierarchy system of 1 being the worst and 6 being the best. If you get a 6, you get to live with the queen. So your sister, Odd, and your character's name, Even, which I love the characters' names. Your sister, when she turns 12, rolls a 6 and gets to live with the queen. So about a year later, you start to have dreams about your sister, and you want to try to find her because you're afraid that she's in danger. And of course, you run into a living dice to join you on your adventures. But I really like this game's story. It's very Tim Burton. It's very how the characters look, how the worlds look. And it was, I don't know about you, but the story is the thing that really kind of hooked me with this game.
Yeah, I like the story of it. I like the story of it. But so what kind of confused me, though, is like, how old is Even?
So she's still not 12. I know that. But I was actually wondering that, too.
Because I was like, when is she going to roll her dice?
Yeah.
And then like her running around. And they're like, you don't need to be running around by yourself. Like, you're going to get taken or something. And I was like, well, like, how old is she? Like, is she old enough to be?
I think she's 11. Because I run into the kids from your hometown, and they say, you're not 12 yet. So I just know she's not 12.
Oh, see, I might have missed that.
So okay. I guess she's 11. Okay. Could be 10.
Yeah,
could
10. And then, like, a year later is 11, still hasn't rolled the dice. But no,
I'll give it to him though. Most games would have taken the opportunity to use the easy way out on the story. Like, you get to roll the dice, so you're gonna roll the 6, and that's how you're gonna follow your sister. Instead, you just go hunting for her before you have to roll the dice, I guess.
Wait,
so, I don't know.
Most other games would do that. I feel like that's not much of a game to be like, you roll a 6, now you're at the final level. Go fight the queen.
Well, maybe not think like that's how you're at you're immediately at the final level, but like, you set out on some quest to like make your dice roll the one that like get you there or something. I don't know.
I'm messing with you because I actually agree with you. I thought
that you would be rolling.
Yeah, because it said like 1 year after your sister was gone, so it's like, oh,
so you're like, oh, it's my turn. Yeah, I did think that too.
You're probably 12 now,
yeah.
But no, your character's just like, yeah, I'm going on an adventure now. 1 year later,
I'm gonna go find her.
You.
Unsupervised as well, and like she never gets caught from as much as I've played. I'm like, she's running around with all these adults and like, or like
kind of adults.
The shadow. What was it? The shadow man. Yeah, I was like, is he not gonna get her?
Nobody gets your friend.
I mean, for as much as everybody tells you shouldn't be out and running around, nobody seems to be concerned with the safety of children in this world. So.
Yeah. Which there is dialogue option, and I almost always pick that when people would like, people are like, oh, you shouldn't tell like where you're from or whatever. I always tell people, I'm like, yeah, I'm from Onecroft. I'm not 12 years old. I'm just a kid wandering around. And there was no consequences.
Yeah, literally when I was playing those and seeing all those dialogues, I was like, Andrew's gonna love all these dialogues, and he's gonna pick all the most negative ones.
Yeah. Because I like
but yet another game where it doesn't matter.
No, it actually does.
It does,
right.
Yeah, with the rhymes.
With the rhymes, yeah.
Oh,
and there's some missable achievements if you don't do right dialogue choices.
Okay.
Yeah, so I looked that up. We'll get into that with the achievements. But no, the dialect does have some effect to it. But
Okay.
overall, it doesn't. Because, yeah, anytime I told people, like, yeah, I'm from a different town, they're like, oh, I wouldn't say that out loud, but nobody says anything else about it. It's just like, all right. But, yeah, the rhyming battle was actually kind of fun.
I messed that up like so many times.
Yeah, one of the first bosses you fight, he rhymes. You got to kind of counter rhyme him. And how'd you mess that up?
I don't know. There was one that was like butterflies or mutters. I don't know. But like
the herderer, and you said murderer, that one?
I said murderer.
Okay. Was it send you to an early grave? Do you remember that one?
I got that one.
Okay.
I don't remember which, but then also because I just recently played on the next town, and that had the options, the etiquette or whatever, have proper etiquette.
Oh yeah.
And I was messing that up too.
Yeah, so there's dialogue options. But yeah, the story, I really liked it because every one of these, you're obviously essentially traveling to each one of these worlds. So you start in one croft, eventually you go to Two Town, then Freedom, and then Forburg, Six Tropolis.
I
I can't remember what 5 was called. But yeah.
Fiveville.
Oh, yeah, I think it was Fiveville. I think it was something simple.
Oh, I just...
you just made that up. No, but I think you actually are right. But yeah, each one had their own kind of different style. Obviously, it's kind of like a caste system. So 1 is super crappy, run down. It's a swamp. 2 is Two Town, which is like people have a split personality.
Yeah, that kind of tripped me out.
I was
like, we're going into like deep psychology and
yeah, which
analyzing
the
people.
Super cool. The scientist with the head in the back of his head, like the two
that definitely was like Nightmare Before
Yeah.
Christmas when he was like,
yeah, it reminded me of literally the
mayor
from Nightmare Before Christmas.
I mean, the whole aesthetic of the game, honestly, is very Tim Burton.
yes, very much so.
It's almost one of those things of like, obviously they had their own style, but where does somebody step in and be like, hey, you basically just ripped off Tim Burton and didn't do your own style?
Yeah, here everyone was complaining about Pow World ripping off Pokemon, but nobody's here going, hey, Lost and Random, you're ripping off Tim Burton. Where is the online outcry for this? Come on.
I guess turns out when you don't have, 10 million downloads in 5 days, people don't tend to pay as much attention.
Poor Lost and Random.
Wonder what we could get away with.
But yeah, so for me, yeah, the story definitely was one of the main biggest factors of why I like this game. But the thing that was kind of dragging me down is a bit of the gameplay. So the thing that just irritated me with this gameplay. So as I said, it's kind of a card-based system. Every once in a while you enter like an arena and you fight some monsters. The monsters have these like crystal tumors that grow on them. You yourself don't have any weapons to actually physically hurt them. You have a slingshot and you can burst these tumors and collect crystals to power up your dice buddy. And then you throw your dice buddy, and depending what he gives you, are essentially like energy points. And random cards will appear in your hand. You make a deck of 15 cards. And so your hand can only have up to 6 cards. And so some of them are, cost like 3 energy points, 1 or 2 or 0. And so if you roll a 1 and you don't have enough energy points, but you have a bunch of cards that cost 2 or 3, like it was a wasted hand. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of this weird mix and balance of essentially like a card game, like I said, of like trying to get energy and hopefully you have a card you can play. Hopefully you can draw a weapon in order to fight the enemies. If not, you're just kind of running around and dodging. But the combat at first, I was like, this is really cool. But I thought a lot of the fights just went on way too long. Yes. And I was like, I'm ready for it to be done.
There was one fight. I don't remember. It was like, I think it was in Two Town. And it just kept dragging and dragging. And I was like, am I fighting wrong? Like, am I supposed to execute someone like a specific way? And then it just dragged on. And then it finally ended. I was like, geez, like why did this have to drag on so long?
Yeah, because I at least liked, for the combat, they every once in a while mix it up and they add a game board piece. So you're essentially, every time you roll a dice, like in a game board, this piece will move. And the objective is different. So the very first one you do is just get to the end. But if the piece lands on like a special enemy, you have to fight a special enemy. Sometimes it's a good thing. Oh, it's a bird that'll drop extra money. But yeah, you are just trying to get the piece to the end. Eventually you get one where it's like, oh, you have to land on these specific spots in order to bring up a cannon to fight the boss. I liked those game board piece fights. Like I actually felt like I knew what it was doing. And it was way more interesting. But yeah, the generic fights, I got pretty bored with.
Just like the bots respawning or the birds respawning.
Yeah.
Over and
there's
over.
no indicator.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was like, I think I was in the same in Two Town. It must have been the same fight because I was like,
It literally, I felt like I was fighting for like 30 minutes.
yeah.
And I was
And it's like more people are spawning.
All of the fights too. There's one in Three Town that's similar where you have the like 3 sectioned off areas. I think it's before the Baron or something like. It's right before you get to one of the bosses or something like that, or like one of the triplets. And yeah, it just, I think it's like 6 waves. And because of the fact that you can only do damage when you have your cards, and if your cards don't hit right, you have to go through that whole cycle. It's just a slog of a fight. If you could do, and well, you can get cards that allow you to do damage by bursting the tumors. So
yep. I use that one a lot.
Yeah, I bought it. It's gonna sound stupid. It took me a while to figure out how to build the deck properly.
Me too.
I couldn't figure out it. Like, it took me a while to realize that I could highlight the cards that were selected to unselect them. Like, I just couldn't figure out how to unselect cards. So that was a struggle for a while. But overall, I struggle because I want to like it so much.
Yes,
and I agree with you. The board game battles were the most fun. Like, I almost wish all of the fights were there because they were succinct. Like, I don't know if you meant to make it as like a good point of it, but like, you knew exactly where the fight ended. It was,
yep.
I don't know. It's just they made sense, and there was different mechanics to it too. It wasn't just enemy, fight, die, enemy, fight, die, and just that's it.
Yeah, like, I love a good card deck building game. And, this one, it's not bad. There's only like a total of like 30 different cards. There's not a lot in this game. But you have like different categories of, some do a weapon, some are just a straight damage like a bomb, some are a cheat card where essentially will give you more energy or reduce the cost of some of the cards in your hand. So they have like these different kind of aspects to it. You have a deck of 15, but yeah, nothing like blew my mind. I was never like, oh, this card is always going to make me win. I always felt like enemies took so many hits, and that's also what dragged on the fights. Like, the hammer does a ton of damage, but even when I had the hammer, I'm still like, all right, it still takes like a bunch of swings on these guys. And yeah, there's not a lot of enemy variety type. But I will say, as long as the battles were, there's not a lot of them. Majority of the time, you're just kind of wandering this village, doing some side quests. There's some pots you can break to get some extra currency to buy more cards at the card shop. But yeah, there actually isn't a lot of fighting.
No, in a lot of ways, it's another one of those things where like it kind of tried to do a lot, but it didn't do anything great because there was sort of puzzles-ish. Like, you had to go collect things and find the right things. It was very much you could do quests out of order type of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
was
just
plenty of times.
I would
just
collect
run
them
around
all.
and just exactly collect every quest. Collect every item and just run around until I could turn things in. So it didn't always feel like I was following too much of a direct storyline at times, but I don't know. I just nothing was great about it, and I think that's what was so frustrating. There was just so many things that were fine and could have been better, but nothing was great.
Yeah, no, I can agree with you on that, for sure.
I mean, it's sad to say, but I unfortunately agree with you too. I will say the biggest highlight is, I know this is weird. All of us
Mark this day.
I'll agree with Keith there. I will say, but the story and graphics definitely did well with. I will say that. Because, there's not a ton of, there's actually a good amount of returning characters that you're seeing in your journey. But yeah,
it's fish.
It's just
things.
It's just the combat though. It's just kind of like, meh. And that just drags me down.
Well, so when I was first starting with the dice, like, I didn't realize that the dots weren't like filled in on the dice, and you had to collect the dots.
That took me a while too.
So, like, when I was rolling, I was like, why do I keep getting like 2s and 1s? And like, so early on the closet dude who sells the cards, I was like trying to buy
Manny Dex.
Yeah,
like his
Manny
name.
Dex. I was trying to buy like the 3-roll cards, and I bought one. I think it was the hammer. Is it 3?
Mm-hmm.
I bought that one because
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be good. But then like I would very rarely roll a 2 or 3, and I was like, wait, like why can't I use this yet? And that's because I hadn't unlocked the 3 yet.
Well, did you use the cheat card that gives you extra energy?
Yeah, every now and then when I would get it. But so yeah, like that was my problem. Like I bought the bigger ones thinking like, oh, like I can do a lot of damage to all these characters, but then I wasn't able to roll to get the currency to do it. And I was like, man, that sucks. And then finally when I got to 3-dom and they colored in his dice, I was like, oh, okay. That's what I have to do.
Oh, which by the way, my favorite character in the game, Seymour.
Oh yeah,
I
see
which
more.
one's
And he has
Seymour?
3 eyes.
Oh yeah. Where you go get his eyeballs.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming he comes back.
He does.
So I just had assumed, or am dubbing him as my favorite character in the game.
I mean, there's Bernie. I like him. He's kind of the goofy kid you meet in the first town. He's the one who gets kidnapped.
Oh god, it's like he's the one that got kidnapped.
I got to the part where I met back up with, or where I found him with the Shadow Man, and he just pops in. He's like, "Oh, hey!"
Yeah. Well, like when he meets the Shadow guy, it's like, "Oh, you want a hug?" And then he gets kidnapped.
Bernie is he's Mackenzie from Bluey.
Oh yeah,
Just no clue what's going on. Just like, "Hi, I'm here."
Well, there's our Bluey reference for the episode.
You know, I have to throw it in there.
I liked Dicey. That was my favorite.
Okay, well, I like Dicey, but what irritated me, your character apparently randomly knows what Dicey's saying, but I don't. I hated those dialogue because, like, you're having a conversation with Dicey, and your character's talking to him, but it's like I don't know what he's saying. And so, yeah, that's all they do is just make.
They're like the Animal Crossing characters.
Yeah, so I'm just literally mashing A at any of those dialogue options because there was a handful of times you have a full conversation with him, and I'm just like, I don't. Like, am I missing something? Like, am I not hearing him right? Yeah, because I'm like, this is a one-sided conversation, and I got annoyed reading my character's dialogue for like exposition. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this.
I mean, in general, there are parts of far too much dialogue, and I don't even think that that's just from a me perspective. I think there was just really, really long parts of dialogue that it would fill in. But yeah, I also didn't like that it was one of those like off and on, like sometimes you were talking, sometimes just they were talking, and like it was never the consistent dialogue of everyone's voice acting or no one's voice acting. I don't know if I'm getting ahead on that.
You are. Stop it.
I can't remember where that part crosses over.
I want to take a quick minute though to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Magic Mind, for this episode. Magic Mind are these wonderful 2-ounce mental boost performance enhancers that can either be replace your coffee or you can take with your coffee. We and Keith have now been taking it for 3 weeks, and I have been loving it. I've always been wondering if this is just a placebo effect. So Amanda here, I gave her one, and I was like, okay, I didn't even tell you much about it. I was like, try this out. We were having board game night, and I was like, try this shout out. I think they're great. Why don't you tell me what you think about it? And apparently I gave it to the wrong person. You told me that you loved it, that you actually noticed a huge difference.
Yeah, I actually noticed it when I drank it. We were playing Catan, and we would just get into rounds where we'd roll, and it would be the next person's turn, and we'd be busy chit-chatting, and I would literally be staring at the dice like, I need someone to roll. Like, but I was so focused. I was like, we need to continue this game. We need to beat Andrew. And go.
I swear, every board game night, I've been in like multiple different board game nights. There's always that one friend that has like ADD and just gets distracted. And then sure enough, that's who I should have gave it to.
Yeah.
Because he would roll the dice and then be like, I need a snack. I need this. I need that. And leave.
Can I build this here? Can I put a road here?
Oh my God. I explained to him 12 times the rules. And then you are just like, he's staring at the dice.
He would point. I'd be like, no.
No, David.
Just no.
Roll the dice. Just come on. So yeah, if you are looking to increase your focus, help defeat procrastination, help stay awake, absolutely check out Magic Mind. Me and Keith have been using it for 3 weeks now, and I've noticed a huge difference with it. It helps me so much at work. I've been able to get so much done at my house. You know, I work third shift. I'm always tired, but ever since I took Magic Mind, it's just been helping me focus. and just finally finish my to-do list. So thank you so much, Magic Mind, for introducing your wonderful product. If you would like to try it, I highly recommend it. Go to magicmind.com/GameP and use our promo code GameP20 to get a 48% discount off of subscription or 20% off of the one-time purchase. Highly recommend this product. It's great. It's 2 ounces, and it actually tastes wonderful. So check it out. And it's not just me saying it, you know. Amanda here even liked it.
Another fun thing, if you have kids, the bottles make you can wash them out. My kids wanted them for like their little supermarket toys. They're perfect size for that. So
I never thought about that.
You can recycle the bottles in that way. So that's another perk. Just that has nothing to do with the actual drink, but it is a fun little anecdote.
It's a little parenting tip.
Yeah, a little parenting tip. So that's the thing. Take your Magic Mind because you need it for parenting, and then you can give your kids an extra toy, basically.
Yeah. So thank you, Magic Mind. Go to magicmind.com/GameP. I don't know what else. Is there more to say with the gameplay?
I mean, I feel like we've got gameplay to death here
Already, I know, which is...
I mean, already we're at 30 minutes. the gameplay's taking longer than a fight in the game.
What are you talking about? No, the fight's longer than that.
Just about.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay, fine. But yeah, so I want to talk more about the game's graphics. Like I said, love this.
Well, actually, I guess let me give you a quick rundown of questions because maybe you know. Do you get more weapons outside of cards?
No.
Is there any new mechanics or other than new cards?
You literally just have your
sword
slingshot.
And I got excited. I was like, cool, am I going to get a permanent sword now? No.
Nope, it breaks.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, is there any other mechanics other than the cards?
Nope.
It's just the
Your
slingshot.
basic slingshot, which you use to break the tumors.
Do you ever get to jump, grapple?
Nope.
Okay. Then
Literally just your one little hat.
Then I think we've talked gameplay.
Well, I mean, I guess I can't say. I'm in Forberg. I'm like over halfway done with Forberg. So
if you've gotten that far,
yeah, I'm over halfway.
I think we've found the answer to that. Maybe there's time for one more, but I think we've answered that question.
Yeah, if you made it that
He's
far,
kind of
we
a
didn't get
negative
no
Nancy.
new permanent weapon. I
I'm
don't
not
think.
even negative Nancy.
Okay.
Amanda agrees with me.
Okay. So graphics are great though. Yeah, like we said, this very much looks like a Tim Burton claymation. I love the character designs. You're meeting some humans, but you're meeting some wild creatures like Seymour with 3 eyes.
The creepy werewolf-looking guys, the fish.
Yeah. I love Manny Dex, the guy who sells the card shop. He literally lives in a cupboard and opens himself up to sell you the cards. But he's always so jolly and excited to see you.
I mean, so maybe this is a little bit of story question intertwined with graphics. Where does this world take place? Like it's but random is just like it's like a fantasy world, and that's fine. It doesn't have a fantasy world is a completely reasonable answer for it. I was just trying to, because I'm like, there's people like humans, and then there's werewolves, and then there's borderline monsters. I guess
That's what makes it.
It takes place in
Tim
Middle Earth,
Burton.
Keith. Oh,
Thank you, Andrew. That actually helps more. It's still a fantasy world, but now I have a name to it. The name that it was given was not good enough.
it's a Narnia. I don't know. You pick a world. Random Ohio. There you go. Thank you, Javier.
No, Narnia's in my closet. we have a weird walk-in closet that loops around, and we call it Narnia. So I don't know.
And cats pee in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
My Narnia smells like pee.
Well, that's why we put the litter boxes back there. So that helps with that. Anywho, we don't need to talk about that.
But yeah, I loved like even the monsters that you're fighting. Well, okay, this is one I guess complaint is the actual generic monsters you're fighting. There's like 3 types. And they have just different coloring to them, and it's just like, okay, you got the big Colossus, you got the basic soldier guy, you got a guy with a shield, and like flying birds. Like that's kind of all you're seeing. I think that's also what just did not help the gameplay. Is just
There's the mage guy.
Mage guy. You mean the guy with the gun?
Yeah.
I did not like that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Oh, I like because he shoots his
Gun guy.
allies.
Oh yeah, when they would
sure.
get in
I think-
the fire
Yeah.
shot.
Sure. I think they could actually hit each other with a swing as well.
They could. But anyway, that's my biggest complaint is just the generic enemies you're fighting are kind of very generic. But the bosses are at least cool. Like the very first main boss you fight is Rayum, which is Mayor backwards. And he straight up looked like a creepy scarecrow guy that's upside down. Really awesome design.
I struggled with the fight.
Did you really?
For the longest. Well, he kept like slapping me. And like,
excuse me, sir.
Well, at first I was doing, what was it? The quick dodge?
Yeah, the blink.
The blink.
Dodge,
yeah. But like I would do the blink and then I would still get smacked and die. And then eventually I realized you have to be running, like holding the left bumper.
The sprint button, yeah.
Yeah, the bumper. And then dodging. And then I was like, oh, okay, now but I literally died like 5 times before I figured it out. I was so confused. And then I also forgot that like you could focus and send Dicey.
Oh yeah,
to
I
spots.
always forgot that mechanic.
Because there was one spot where like I had to stand on one of the squares, and then I would try to like make Dicey stay, but then he would follow me, and I was like, dang. And I was like, oh yeah, I could send him, and I would try to send him. And
there's a card. Did you guys ever use the exploding Dicey card?
No.
Yes.
I hated that card so much. I killed myself.
That's why I didn't buy it, because I was like, I'll kill myself.
Yeah, you make Dicey a ticking time bomb, and you're supposed to send him away. The very first time I played the card, I didn't know, and I didn't think there was friendly fire.
Follows you around.
Yeah, he follows you around, and then he exploded and killed me. And I was like, this card sucks.
Well, I sucked with the bombs in general that you just drop and you shoot and they blow up. Yeah. So when I saw the Dicey, I was like, nah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to like, I don't know, like run in a circle or
I thought he would chase
run
enemies.
at the enemies. No, I didn't think about it. It would just operate as a normal Dicey and follow me around. So I did the same thing the first, I think 2 times I used it, and I was like, "What? Stop following me!" But then I realized that I could just send him away, and it was perfect too because it was on a level where there was like. Or on a fight that there was like gates, so I would send him past the gate and then put the gate up and just make sure he couldn't come back to me. Like, no, stay
over there and explode.
The worst is when you hit Y, like when you normally throw the dice, Dicey has to go to your back and then you throw him. Mm-hmm. And I've done that a couple of times where I send him out as a bomb and then it's like, oh, your hand's full, throw the dice. So I was like, okay. And I call Dicey and then he explodes on me. And I'm like, why am I using this card? This card sucks.
Well, I mean... So I guess if there is more to talk about gameplay, but I didn't want to be negative Nancy, you know. I didn't want to talk all that bad about it, but it's another one of those things where the fighting isn't great, but to your advantage is because you can just cheese the heck out of it. Yeah. Because again, if you could get any fight where there was a gate, just get them stuck on the other side of it, and they can never hit you, but you will hit them, or they actually won't attack through the gates because it just considers it you're invisible, out of sight, out of mind, I guess, and you can still hit them through the gate, so that's nice. But yeah, just so the combat just wasn't great, but the exploding Dicey was fun once I figured out how to use it at least. Yeah.
Well, okay, so what was your guys' favorite cards, and what were some of your least favorite cards? My favorite, I loved the blinking through enemies damages them, and then anytime you break a crystal off an enemy, damages them. Because like I said, you normally don't have a base weapon, but if you have those cards active, just like touching enemies hurts them. So it was just super useful.
Yeah.
And they were cheap. They were like only 1 energy each, so you could almost always play them. I would use
the blink dodge to hurt them, and then when you shoot them with the slingshot too, it would hurt them, and it was worth more, so you could roll quicker. Because I was like, I need to roll. I need my weapons. And then I liked the hand.
I did that a little. I hated that.
I loved that thing because I would literally
the king's hand,
line it up in front of a bunch, and it would just.
Yeah, I mean, I liked every time you throw the dice, it paused the game for the enemies, but not you. So you could play cards. You could literally position yourself any way you wanted, or a card. Like if you got a bomb card, you could literally be like, I'm going to put the bomb right here in front of the enemies.
And then run away so I don't blow up.
So I like that mechanic, but yeah, that hand, I felt like it did no damage, and I was like, this sucks.
It just gave me some time, I guess. Or if it was like a filler. Because I was like, oh, I have one roll left. I guess I'll just use this.
We only have 15 cards. Is that no fillers? I want gold. Give me the good cards.
Yeah, but I mean, having 15 cards, you could rotate through pretty quickly. But I for the longest time, because I couldn't figure out how to swap out my deck properly, I was just using really pretty much the basic deck of the cheat card.
Maybe that was my problem then too.
I was using
maybe I wasn't swapping.
The sword.
Wait, hold on.
The bow.
Because like,
am I just repeating your deck to you right now?
Like you got.
Yeah, I bought more cards. I bought more cards.
Well, no, like, so when your deck is full and you can roll, there's like only 5 displays card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can like cycle through different ones?
No.
Or okay. I was like, am I
you
missing
can save
something?
a card.
Yeah, I know you can save
you
one.
you could
or
save
a
them.
couple.
And there's some cards you can play to get.
But then when
draw
you
a new
played them, and then new ones came.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm talking.
I thought you were saying like no, like you can cycle through
your
like
entire
different.
15
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Did I play this game wrong?
No, I'm talking about how to swap out like my base 15 cards that I took into battle, and so I was just using like pretty much the basic ones, and so I
Maybe
just
I still was
relied
doing
on
that though.
The sword, the bow.
Yep, that's what I did.
The one that allowed me to collect faster, the heal, the cheat, and the one that reduced things by 1 point.
Yep.
But that rotation of cards, especially if it ever hit in the semi-close order where you would roll your highest number, you'd get the 2 cheat cards, the one that reduced, and the one that added new cards, because then you bulk up on energy, blow through all your cards, rotate in a couple new ones with that last bit of energy. It was great.
Keith, you were struggling with your camera today.
Am I? Oh, I'm not even looking at where I am on my camera right now. I have the chat up.
You're just like,
It's like a quarter of your face. There you go.
Is that better?
there we go.
My bad. I'm not even looking at it.
I mean, people probably enjoy you being blurred out.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. It's not worth much looking at.
Wait, so I'm really confused on the card thing
Okay,
now.
what?
Because I feel like maybe I wasn't doing anything right.
So you never rotated your cards? Like you never did a different deck? Like you never changed it?
Well,
I guess not.
If you had those other ones, you at least added those
Like the ones that
into your deck.
you were buying. Because like there were
and I
some
think
like I would have 2.
Yeah.
So like to me in my head I was like, oh, so that increases the frequency I would get.
And it would, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But rotating your deck. What do you mean? Like
So like if the amount of cards that you've purchased exceeds 15, there's going to be some cards you have to swap in and out to use.
Like it's stored in the bank.
I don't think I ever did. No.
So you never went to your card collection and took cards out of the deck and made like a new deck? Okay. Ugh.
Maybe I should go
See,
and
very
do
Liz
that.
move.
I mean,
So-
and for what it's worth, I largely did the same thing because I just kind of couldn't figure it out. And every time I would try to, I would just be like, I don't know. I'm like, I wasn't even struggling with what I had. I was doing it.
Yeah, I was like,
purely
I know
just
I'm gonna
out of,
get my
like,
sword and I'm gonna get the hammer eventually. And the
because it
arrows.
was if you got this, like, because I had 2 of the sword cards, so if you played it twice, you would level it up and then reset its durability. And again, you could pretty much go through your deck quickly enough that you could pretty much keep rolling the sword card over and over and over again. You pretty much always keep the sword, and that's pretty much what I did, because at least through the fights I was getting into in 3-Town, I didn't struggle really with any of the fights with the sword and the bow.
Yeah.
So
The bow I thought was really weak though.
Yeah. No.
it was good for the flyers.
Yeah,
that
that's true.
was really the biggest reason I kept it around, because the flyers, while you could target them, you have 2 ways to do any type of vertical attack, and it's a charge attack, which is tough to hit on those guys, and then the third hit in your combo. And by the time you've done that, it's already swooped down and it's gone past you. So
I would just wait for them to swoop.
And then
And
pause
then-
it and hit them.
No, they would swoop, and then I would try to like just
Oh, that's
hit
true.
the sword a bunch
pause
of
would be
times,
smart.
and then
Wait, do that
I'd-
again. What would you do? I don't know why you're doing that face. Is that really how you play games?
It might be.
I was gonna say, I hope you made that face every single time you did it in game too. Like,
I'm more focused. I'm more like.
I love this. It's just a visual representation of you playing video games.
I mean, I feel like the sound effects we added kind of tell.
I mean, we were just playing VR and you were making noises. So it actually is kind of accurate. But yeah. Music.
No,
I
there's
guess,
not a
since-
whole lot of music, is there?
The thing about the music's not bad, but this soundtrack is, I swear, it is ripped out of Fable. That, like, literally every soundtrack I heard, I was like, I swear I heard this song in Fable.
I could believe that. I mean, the graphics are ripped out of a Tim Burton movie.
So, just another thing they stole, I guess.
Where was it? I think it was towards the beginning of Three Town. It wasn't exactly the same as, but it reminded me of Slay the Spire music. There was something about the cadence of it.
I think another song you're talking about.
Like the like instruments that were being played and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and if you know what I'm talking about, then I'm validated. It's definitely true. They stole it directly from Slay the Spire. We're gonna go on a suing spree on behalf of other people.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to be the lawyers against
So-
Lost in Random.
Somebody call up Tim Burton.
I honestly didn't pay attention to like the music at all.
You are exactly listening to this episode. I swear you're stealing Liz's lines here.
You could just introduced her as Liz and no one would know the difference.
I mean, like, I do relate to her a lot on the podcast. I'm literally like, yeah, that's me.
But the voice acting is very good, though. I loved the voice acting. Your character doesn't always have voice lines, like when you're doing the dialogue choices, but during the cutscenes, your character speaks. And the voice acting I thought was very good.
I liked it. I mean, like, it did get to excessive. Well, that's more like the dialogue, not the voice acting. But the dialogue did start to drag on too long sometimes, because I did see myself like clicking through at some point. I was like, okay, like I'm done hearing you. Like I want to go do stuff.
That's another Liz line. There we go. This game is wasting my time.
Here you go, wasting my time again. There was definitely dialogue. Just, I mean, when it got to like optional dialogue, that I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna click through all these options. But I did want more of the overall voice acting, even from my character, and I think that was why it annoyed me that it was intermittent. It would drop in and out. But yeah, I thought overall when you got to those parts, but even still, just the way they talked could have been a dang Tim Burton movie.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was weird that, like, you get some characters, they speak English, then you get other people, they're like the same creature, just start speaking
gibberish.
Yeah, they start rah, 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 and it's just like, why is this? Like, what's going on? And your character understands them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay.
What was the one in one of the early mission with the scientist and his other side?
Yeah, that's what
where you pick up the little things that are just yelling at you.
The blorps. Yeah, they just scream.
Like, all right, so
And your character still has a conversation with them while they just scream.
I'm going to pick you up now.
Yeah, but like the dialogue of those actually made me laugh.
Oh, there's actually a lot of dialogue in this. I wasn't fast enough to like save. Oh my gosh, and I'm gonna draw a blank on it now, unfortunately. But yeah, there's actually some dialogue in this that's actually like had me chuckling a little bit. I wish I remembered it. I know this segment's great now that I bring this up. Anyway, but yeah, no, like, I mean, it just goes in more with the story of like why I thought this, like, that's at least the thing that worked really well with this game. But anything else we're talking about? I guess we're at 45 minutes. I feel like this is kind of a quick episode. But yeah, as far as achievements go, though, this game I actually would recommend for achievement hunters. You're looking about 12 and a half hours to beat the game, so it's not super long. It's pretty linear. There is a good amount of missable achievements. They're not like just look at the achievements ahead of time. There's obviously some secret achievements, but the secret achievements I didn't think were anything crazy spoiler. I mean, there's some obvious ones like, oh, you're gonna fight and beat the nanny. Like, yeah, she's the second in command. I had a feeling I was gonna fight her at some point. So there's really nothing like crazy spoiler when it comes to achievements.
Oh, so you fought the nanny already?
Well, you fight her once, but then there's a secret achievement where you actually defeat her.
Okay.
But there are some missable ones, like to make sure you roll your dice multiple times to enter 3 town early, even though you can't. Which is funny. There's a narrator in this game. Oh yeah, that's kind of the funny dialogue. Now that I kind of remember it, I saw that it was to knock on your like parents' house. So literally, when you're leaving the game, I walk up to the house. The narrator's like, "Your parents are asleep, and you don't want to wake them up because they'll want you to stay." And so I still click on it. The narrator just keeps going. Your character does not want to knock on the door, but the more you just keep hitting it, the narrator gets angry, and he's just like, "Fine, they didn't answer. Okay, you knocked on the door, they didn't answer." But that gives you the achievement for it. But yeah, that was like some of the funny dialogue with it. So yeah, just look at the achievements because some are missable.
Yeah, I hate when games do secret achievements for things that are blatantly obvious, because then like I'm fine with them hiding ones that could spoil the story or something along those lines, but please don't hide an achievement. And they don't in Lost in Random. It's purely the ones that are like even the missable ones. It doesn't spoil anything to know that you try to open the door early in 3 town. Doesn't hurt anything. So good job on that.
But yeah, it's like I said, well, one of the missable achievements is to finally defeat the Shadow Man. And I looked that up because I'm in 3 Kingdom and I saw him and I was like, so how do I fight this guy? But apparently when you get to the 6th Topia, you find him in a prison and you have to pick the right dialogue choices. So as I said, dialogue choices are important, Keith, in order to fight the Shadow Man and get that achievement.
I'm actually curious to see what the Sixtopia looks like.
Yeah. I'm probably going to beat this game because, I'm halfway done with 4 and I'm over halfway done with the game.
I'm going to have to catch up. So, yeah, I guess it is a game.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. Changing it more?
Yeah, more game.
Oh, making you change your opinion? But as far as the achievements, I won. I had 505 with 23 out of 40 achievements. Amanda, you had 285 out of 13, which you beat Keith. Keith only got 270 with 13. So I think you guys both got a different achievement, but yours, I guess, was worth more.
Not everyone can be great.
But I guess we'll get to our final thoughts here. So for me, like I said, this was a game. I would say this is kind of a different change of pace. Like, you could play this over the weekend. This is the kind of game, like, I don't think you have to focus too hard. You could probably drop it for a month and pick it up, and it's not too hard to learn. The card system it was a unique twist, the combat system of it. It just, some of the fights got too long. I didn't think the cards were that impactful. It took too long for you to upgrade your dice. As Amanda said, you only started with 1 or 2 energy, and it took way too long to get 3 energy, and it's just like, So there obviously is ways to work around it, play cheat cards that give you extra energy, but none of the cards were like too crazy impactful. I'm seeing a lot of the same enemies, but luckily there isn't too much combat. Majority of the gameplay is you walking around, talking to people, enjoying the environments, shooting random pots, which were kind of a fun game. It's kind of fun to scan the environment and see like these little hidden pots that you could shoot for extra money to get new cards. But yeah, the characters in the world environment was actually really awesome. I had a great time exploring that. But the combat just got old real quick. For me, this is a solid 80 game. Nah, I'll probably give it a little low. I'd give it a 77.
I was going to say 75,
75?
Yeah, I was going to go 75. But no, like, I definitely love like the storyline of it, trying to figure out where your sister's at, trying to save her. But yeah, just like you, the combat definitely got old after a while. And then, just the graphics I really liked. The Tim Burton vibes, Disney worked out for me.
So you're 75 in a game now.
Yep, 75. But I'm still going to game it. I want to finish it. I want to see, like, just comparing the different city or worlds, whatever.
Yeah.
And seeing like the swamp into a little bit more upgrade and 3 town, and then watching you play the 4th town, I was like, oh, it's like a upgrade.
Casino.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a little bit better.
Just a little bit better every time. Just wait until you discover it's a game, just not for me. It's game changer.
That's Keith's
Game
go-to
changer
line.
in terms of reviews. It's a great game, just not for me. But that's not Lost in Random. Lost in Random is not a great game though, and it's not a bad game though. I enjoyed
just
my time with
fine.
it. I would continue playing it. I have nothing against it. I just overall I wanted more out of something of it, whether it was more out of the card play, more out of the combat. Well, maybe less out of the combat actually. But I don't know. Largely, I really just
Maybe like
repeating Andrew.
different combat. Like you said, like you were like,
Yeah,
do you
some
get to
different-
grapple or anything, like, or any more weapons? Like that would have been
Yeah.
a nice add.
Yeah, I think some platforming actually would have been a fun add to the gameplay. But I otherwise, yeah, there was, outside of the uniqueness of that kind of almost tactical card play type of thing you had going on, nothing was done overly well for me to be like, wow, you gotta check out this game. If anything, again, I don't know, go watch Coraline. But you did mention that you could put this game down and pick it up again. I put it down for well over a year and a half, probably closer to 2, and I didn't remember why I was where I was, but from a gameplay perspective, I had no problem picking it up and figuring out what I was doing, at least within the first like 1 or 2 fights pretty much. So it is good for that. And so Lost in Random, it's a good game. I like Andrew said again, probably a good weekend if there's something you want to just binge to, like, I want to beat a game. It's definitely worth that. And it's very easy to tell where you are in the game. It tells you, going to 1 town, 2 town, 2ville, whatever, and so you're getting to 6. You know where you're at.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I don't know, whatever you gave it, Andrew. This week we've just been in a weird synergy, so I'm just gonna give it what you gave it.
You don't even know what my score was.
77.
There you go. There you
go. Was this a game for you, Keith?
It was.
Okay.
It was a game. Did you look up the scores, or do you want me to do it since I'm going last here? Okay.
Yeah. So for Metascore, it has a 78. For users, it's a 7.4. So we're actually almost like right on the money. That's what people did. But no, I didn't look to see if our fourth and silent co-host was there, unfortunately. I don't have the patience like Liz to search through all these reviews for him. If he did, I could almost guarantee you he gave it a 0 and called it an indie turd. So, spoiler alert there, I guess. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. So thank you again so much to our sponsor, MagicMind. Go to magicmind.com/GameP and use our promo code GameP20 to get a discount. Highly recommend the product. So check them out. But yes, I've been your hardcore gamer with Andrew. You can find me on Xbox Live Firebird 0952. Join our Discord. Go to our Linktree /GPGB or go to GamePassGrabBag.com. It'll bring you to our Linktree as well. But yeah, join our Discord. Me and Keith are on there a lot. Amanda's in there, but doesn't
intermittently
really too much. But yeah, if you have any game suggestions, we got a couple coming up. We've been make sure we're planning those ahead. But yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to give your socials or anything, Amanda.
No.
You want people to follow you on Xbox Live?
Oh, you can.
If
do
you
that.
want,
that's a thing.
yeah,
See,
if
like
you-
I'm still new to the the whole Xbox.
Yeah, if you
stuff.
want to give your gamer tag,
Amanda Panda.
it's Amanda Panda.
Amanda Panda. I think it's 1H.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Amanda Panda.
UHMANDAPANDA. Amanda Panda.
From time to time, these idiots from EA, the worst company as everyone knows, publish an indie crap to make themselves look good, especially to fans of indie turds from my ass.
Indie turds.
So you did review this game. You found him?
Thus, a group of badgers unmolded this Lost in Chance. That's a weird Quebec translation of my own tabernacle. I don't know what that is. Which is noted above for all for its omnipresent bad taste. It is indeed very sinister and gloomy and has a disgusting artistic direction and in bad taste in execrable taste and truth. I think that's crappy truth. Which has nothing poetic, even to the 13th degree. It's not funny in any way either. In fact, it's mostly pathetic and heartbreaking at the same time. The story is new and the dice rolls are only there for a break to introduce a little chance. Since the fights remain in real time and turn out to be particularly silly and stupid at the same time, it all turns out to be very repetitive, very stupid, and dubious taste anyway. It's a really repulsive and boring indie turd.
Dang.
Like I said, this guy does not like video games. Like,
He doesn't like them, but he plays them.
I know.
He gave it a 0.
Dang.
Thank you, Keith, for doing Liz's arc. It's been a while since we had him review a game.
That is fantastic. Fortunately, there's actually pretty few reviews on it, so it was pretty easy to pick out. I just looked for the first one that was in French. So that made it. And then I actually remembered that I still follow him on Twitter, or X officially now. It's now officially X,
Yeah.
I think. Anywho, but yeah, we won't go that way. But anyways, yeah, I still follow him on Twitter. It's my homeboy. That's my
I was
outro.
gonna say, you want to say bye?
Okay, bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Love you all. See you again next week.
Bye.